Hi guys, thank you for stopping by. My name is Jermaine, aka Jay, and welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hello and welcome to the second episode of Jay's Big Chat, where we'll be discussing social media and anxiety. Joining with me tonight, we've got Steph, Romario, Alison, Ceresia, Nathan, and Rowan.
Hello, nice to be here.
Good, good. So let's get into it. Social media, guys. Who's on social media? Sure, fan, who's on social media? Kind of.
I'm half and half of that one. I'm on social media, I'm not on social media.
Okay, who's on more than 2 social media platforms? More than 3?
Yeah.
More than 4 social media platforms?
Yeah.
More than 4 social media
I'm only
platforms?
on 4. I'm only on 4.
More than 5 social media platforms?
No.
What ones
4.
are we counting as platforms?
So we're talking about your LinkedIn, we're talking about your
Twitter,
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Snapchat.
yep,
Okay.
Snapchat, WhatsApp.
Personal.
Is WhatsApp?
It's more personal.
Yeah,
social media?
WhatsApp
It
is more.
is social. It's sociable. It's social media.
Oh, is it still a platform?
Oh, that means I've got 5
then.
then.
Yeah.
You've got 5.
Yeah, I've got 5.
About 5?
5.
Yeah. Steph?
3, yeah.
2.
You got 2?
2, yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about your 2. What 2 are you on?
So I'm on Snapchat and LinkedIn. But LinkedIn is not really more of it's more of a professional platform
Okay.
of social networking. Where Snapchat is more, it can be professional and unprofessional.
So do you use it for personal?
I'm not a big user of Snapchat at all. Like I don't believe. I just don't use it. I just don't feel.
You just got it, but you don't really use
I
it.
just don't have friends really. No, I'm not a big fan of the whole social media. I'm not a big user
Okay.
or invest in the social media platforms.
Okay.
Oh, you one of those that watches but don't snap?
I used to be like that, but not even like that anymore. Like I just
Yeah.
I watch.
Okay. So we're talking about 2 social media platforms on this side. The rest said about 5, roughly.
Yeah.
All right.
3.
3? Okay. I take it everyone that's here is on Snapchat.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're.
I'm 53.
No, no,
That's not a bit of Snapchat.
no,
Forget that.
no Snapchat.
I have no time in my life for that. My 14-year-old does that, and my 27-year-old niece.
Is that because you don't really take pictures?
No, I'm always taking pictures.
Okay.
Snapchat doesn't interest me.
So why not to the snaps?
It's just too much. It's too much. I'm
Okay.
old, so I do Facebook.
Okay.
Still love Facebook,
Yeah.
and I do Instagram. Instagram more
Yeah.
for business.
Okay. Right. Okay. So who's on Snapchat? Who's a heavy Snapchat user?
Yeah.
Who's heavy Snapchat
As
user?
in posting?
As
or
in
just-
every day you're active on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple
No,
times.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't post every day, but I'm on
Yeah,
Snapchat.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who posts on Snapchat every day? Who snaps?
Not
Who
every day,
snaps
but
daily?
Snap every day.
Okay.
Probably 5 hours, 7 days.
5 out of 7 days you snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say 3 out of 7 days if I'm honest.
Okay. So you're a real Snapchat user.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay. So what kind of content are you snapping? Like what's a typical snap?
Like in the mornings, I always put on little quotes and stuff.
Okay.
So like this morning, I think I put up a quote about how hungry you could be.
Okay.
So your hunger makes you do a lot of things that
Okay.
you normally wouldn't do.
Has anyone got Nathan on Snap?
No.
So it's more like I just always
Oh, obviously
Must add them
exclusive.
after this stuff.
so I just always put quotes and I see people screenshotting. So it's a good feeling. Everybody
Okay.
screenshotting your content kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
How many views do you get?
370
Wow.
something the max.
Popular.
That's the max. That's
That's popular.
So that's
Okay.
good.
So that's heavy usage of Snapchat, right? I'm not on Snapchat.
At all.
So-
Why not?
I'm not on Snapchat at all.
Why not?
I think it is a little bit too much.
In
Like,
terms
for me,
of what,
for me,
like,
for me anyway.
Like, what's too much? Like in terms of like.
The keeping up with it.
Yeah.
So-
The keeping up with
think
it.
what you just got to do sometimes is just put a search. You don't have to actually keep up.
Yeah, but you see, I feel like
It's more-
I've got an addictive nature.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I get into something, like if I'm gonna be on Snapchat, I'm gonna be on Snapchat. You know, and I think as well with other platforms, it's which one do you give more time to? Which one do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't you feel Snapchat's kind of like in terms of like Twitter as well,
Mhm.
it's like an update of your life constantly as well. Like I feel like Twitter's a bit like that as well. Like it's constant
You think?
updates of what you're doing.
I've never had one, but
I feel like
understand
Snap's
how it
the
works.
same, but just
But-
video content or picture content. It's like what you're doing throughout the day, and I feel like Twitter's kind of
I use Twitter for
Similar.
years.
Yeah, but you know what?
Okay.
Exactly what I actually say to people. Snapchat is more like your director of what people see.
mm.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you don't have to always snap like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing
Right.
every second.
Yeah.
Okay, the question is,
Can
do
I
you
just-
have people like that on your Snap that
Yeah, I think
everything
that's what
that
I'm
they're
referring
doing?
to. Yeah, it's
I
kinda
can
like
literally
people that
tell
do
you
that.
that there's people that wake up in the morning, they snap their little legs at 7:54 with a timestamp right there, and then they snap going into the office.
Okay,
They snap going to gym.
yeah.
Snap coming back out of the gym. with a
So
little-
basically, you could track someone's movement
literally,
straight
yeah,
through.
like, literally, I know what time he goes to gym.
Okay,
Literally.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Snapchat. We'll come back to that in a minute. Would we say that the next big one probably Instagram?
I'd say Instagram bigger than Snapchat.
Instagram will be bigger than
Yeah,
Snapchat.
Instagram is.
It's bigger.
actually
Okay,
very
but on
good
this
for
panel, is
business as well.
Instagram used more than Snapchat? Do
I'd
you
say
use
I
it?
use it more than
Yeah,
more than
I feel
Snap.
like I just use
Yeah.
Instagram to just watch other.
Yeah, well, it's you for sure.
Yeah.
Like 100%
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
I just
I
think
find it disturbing when they're saying about like it's every person, like every movement throughout the day. I just have
Yeah,
not got the
they-
time
I mean
in
you
my
don't
life
you
to
don't
do
need
that.
Yeah.
to do that. Yeah, I mean, you
Even-
don't-
It feels a bit obsessive.
They snap
It
the
is,
lunch.
To on
Everything.
Snap, you have your Snap location as well. So if you want it
Yeah.
on, other people can see where you are.
Yeah.
I don't want people knowing where I am.
Okay, so
I don't.
so Snapchat. Let's just get that. Snapchat is more personal, but you can use it for business.
yeah.
So
I'd say
businesses can use Snapchat.
Are they all not the same?
Yes.
They all
Yes,
kind of
yes,
Snapchat
yes,
and
yes,
Instagram
yes, you
more or
can.
less the same. It's mirrors to each other.
But with Instagram, you have more of a structure, no? Like a more of a lasting.
I was
kind of
gonna say
platform.
with Instagram, it kind of like it embodies a bit of everything in terms of like Facebook. You've got outside news that can come up on your explore page.
Okay.
Like you've got all sorts of things that can come up on your explore page based on like your algorithms, what you're into, kind of thing.
Right.
And then you've got personal content from people that you do follow. So it's kind of like a bit of both. Where Snapchat's obviously people that you kind of are friends with on Snap.
Yeah.
Whereas Instagram's that got that balance of both. It's
Okay.
like you know what's going on in the outside world.
Yeah.
Kind of like Facebook, kind of like Twitter.
Right.
But then you can also post your own content as well.
Right.
So
So on Snapchat, on Instagram you've got your the pictures and posts that you post, right? So that you've got them all there. On Snapchat, do you have that sort of view, or is it just
Is there a
it
layout?
yeah? Is there a layout at all, or
You can see other people, but it's more so the Instagram.
but it's not for memory.
Snapchat.
It's not a platform that you can create. For instance, you can go back and see your posts from, or people can see your posts from 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago. Like how you go into your Instagram. It's not like that.
instant. It's more
24
hours.
It's more 24 hours.
It's
Okay.
literally that period.
Or you can post memories.
You can repost, yeah.
Yeah.
You can repost yourself.
Do we know the reason why Snapchat was created? Are we aware?
I don't.
No.
No.
We're not aware.
Kinda.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, kinda.
You kind of know.
Yeah,
Give us-
I'm
give
not
us-
really sure. I think it was more for
For news.
I think it was more
Really?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
it's more for the. I think it was more for the younger generation because a lot of people, not just younger generation, but a lot of people obviously get in situations where they send somebody a picture and the person saves it and then it goes viral or whatever. But with Snapchat, obviously you can't save things, so you see it, you enjoy the view for 10 seconds, and it goes off, and that's it. You never see it again.
Right. But is it,
And it's not
is
safe.
it somewhere? Even though that
You
can
Yeah.
It's
screenshot it,
It's gone.
but the person will know that you
The person
screenshot
would
it.
know,
Oh,
and
okay.
then they will know you obviously.
Okay.
No,
But is
good
that
person.
even when it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
No, I mean
Well, they
it's.
say it's
They've got servers somewhere up in the cloud. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it will be somewhere. But I mean, in terms of between you and someone else, it's there 1 minute.
Yeah,
Or 1
it's just
second and gone the
safety, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, back to that. So again, we've got Snapchat, Instagram. What else are we on?
Twitter.
Twitter. Who's on Twitter here?
Yeah, but I hardly use it.
Are you
I
on
don't
Twitter?
like Twitter.
You don't like Twitter.
No.
Are you on?
Oh, I
Really
love
boring.
Twitter.
Do you love Twitter?
Yeah.
Tell us why you love Twitter.
I just sometimes wake up in the morning if I don't have work, and I'll go on to see what everyone's doing in their life. but I always find my news on Twitter first before I see it anywhere else.
Do you tweet?
No,
You don't tweet.
I retweet,
Okay.
but I don't tweet myself.
So you're silent.
Why don't you tweet?
What I feel like
Just
nothing really for
creeping
me
on
to
the-
say.
Keeping on the radar.
I'm the one that lurks.
Yeah, you're a lurker.
I may
Is that,
interact.
that is, I feel like that is a name, isn't it? It's lurker. Like,
That's a lurker.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
so you lurk.
Yeah, I may interact with the people that I know, like
Okay.
here and there, but
Yeah.
I don't tweet every day. I retweet every day probably.
Okay. You're on Twitter.
Yeah.
Do you?
Only for business.
On for business. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter for business as well.
Yeah.
I remember about maybe 10 years ago, 8 years ago, around that time, I was on Twitter for sort of personal. But I thought, yeah, that was really addictive.
So from a
Really?
business standpoint, as Twitter, how is Twitter using like from a business standpoint?
How do you use it? Yeah, because
how
I
do
don't
you
know how
use
Twitter works. So
Yeah.
So
break it
to
down.
promote
I
yourself.
before I even tell you that, I'll tell you how powerful Twitter is on the business world, right? I've been at several clients' workplaces, right? And if they've got an issue with a particular supplier or manufacturer, wherever it is, right? The place where your street cred matters when it comes to business is Twitter. And because it's such a massive and instant platform, for instance, if you had a problem with, let's say, your washing machine, and you contact the actual manufacturer and said, listen, can you guys sort this out, and they take long and you're not happy with the customer service and so forth, and you go onto Twitter and you have your little rant, have your little say, and then at them, they will like reply to you and be so like sorry and sincere, because they're in the public eye now, and their hashtag, because they're such a big business, even small businesses, you don't want sort of street cred to be ruined. So Twitter can be used for businesses in so many ways. Yeah, you can links, photos, videos, descriptions. Where, for instance, Instagram, can you add links now? Only in your bio, right?
In your post, you can.
You can in your post.
Yeah. If you have an item that you want to get sold or something, you can actually create a link in the picture that you can click on.
And that's a
Just straight to
new.
the website.
Is that something new? Ish.
New-ish.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of. Been around for like a year or so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I mean, I've seen Twitter work for businesses. I've seen businesses on Instagram. But are you guys more personal or more business when it comes to social media?
Used to be
I'll
more,
say-
used to
I'll
be
say-
personal, going more business.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the same.
Yeah.
I'll say on Instagram, business, on Snapchat, personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Snapchat person. Okay. Let's talk about the big F, the Facebook. Because well,
Like it being
I-
told it's for old people.
Well,
now.
do you know what? I've actually read something that was quite interesting, and it was something along the lines of 41%, in 2000 and sort of 17 and 18 period, have like deactivated their Facebook accounts.
That's I'm one of them.
With at least half of that percentage completely closing down their Facebook accounts. So I mean, who's not on Facebook?
I know.
I have my account.
You.
Well,
Yeah,
Wow.
the account's there. It's just
I deactivated
What happened? What happened?
new stuff came along. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just like when new things come along, it kind of just gets, and just easier things to use. I think Facebook to me is quite. Now I look like if I go back in, it's quite complicated to
Okay.
use. I find there's just so much going on
Yeah.
your homepage, and that's why me personally I don't like Twitter either. It just feels like
Yeah,
too much
same
is
here.
going
Yeah,
on.
it's
That's what
Whereas
Twitter feels
Instagram
like.
and
Yeah.
Snapchat is kind of just real straightforward.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. as
But
soon
I
as
feel
go.
like people that don't know how to use it would say it's complicated for me.
No, but I
feel like
used to
it's
use
easy.
Facebook. That's the thing. But then when they started adding too many
things. Yeah.
too many things to it,
Not Facebook, Twitter.
So are you
yeah.
saying like what are you saying with Twitter? Like it's not for the
easy to
it's,
use.
it's not for the simple-minded.
Basically.
Right.
Okay.
Because you don't find it complicated.
No, I find it so straightforward.
No, I think Twitter is a bit easier. I just think with Facebook, because it transitioned from like everyone using it, like
Right.
even like obviously a young crowd using it as well, like when we was all in school,
Right.
and then it came out with like, I think Instagram came next, if I'm not wrong, and then that just seemed so straightforward and easy.
Okay.
Compared to Facebook, it just
Okay,
gets you.
that's interesting. If we step back to what you said in terms of social media and like moving forward, right? Let's step back a little bit. What was the first social media platform you remember being on?
Facebook.
Bieber.
Facebook.
MSN.
Wow, way before
Oh,
that.
MSN, yeah.
MSN? What about around the same time? Anyone on MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace.
We all had a MySpace?
Yeah.
MySpace come out after MSN.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember MySpace as well.
MSN, MySpace.
MSN?
High
I've
five,
got a
not
funny
five.
one, but I'm not gonna say it.
Is it High Five?
Bebo.
Remember Bebo?
I was about to
Bebo,
say it.
yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Who was on Bebo?
I was on Bebo.
You on Bebo? You're one of those guys on Bebo.
I was.
You get people to send you love, innit? The love.
Yeah,
hearts.
yeah. People was good.
Oh my god.
David's still on Bebo.
Are you still on Bebo? Is your profile still there somewhere?
It's a business.
No,
It's a business.
Is Bebo still running though?
I've never
Yeah,
deactivated it.
yeah, never
Yeah?
did as well.
You just moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about your MySpace? MySpace was cool, man.
I had MySpace because you had MySpace.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But I
trendsetter
didn't
and all that.
really know how to use it.
See, MySpace was like your own world, and I feel like this is
Creative,
where
yeah.
this is where Facebook tried to then come in and did come in and take over that platform, because with MySpace it was your own world. You know, you could create your own page, as it were, like your own website that your friends and family and so forth could come onto. You used to have like media players, so we used to have
Do you know the funniest thing?
radios and so forth, color scheme.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just thought about something. I feel like MySpace, the idea of SoundCloud is actually taken from MySpace.
Yeah.
I just actually
Do you
figured that out.
remember having
Yeah, the
all
whole-
of your songs,
yeah,
your song
yeah.
list, your playlist,
Yeah.
and people used to come and be like, "Oh yeah, I like this song, I like this playlist, I like
Yeah,
these."
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
your photos, your videos. You used to be able to link your videos onto your MySpace account, which create, as it were, your own world.
When you think about it,
Skins,
when you think about it, MySpace was actually a lot more forward thinking than a lot of the other ones.
Yeah.
In terms of, like you said, it was like creating your own website.
Yeah.
Like you could customize your background, everything. Like
Yeah.
with all the other social media sites, it's you got to stick to the generic
Yeah.
layout of how it's done. But MySpace, you could flip it and however like you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like your own world kind of thing.
Because the person with that created MySpace, what was his name? Was it Tom? Tom? Do you remember Tom? Was always your first friend on
Wasn't that-
MySpace?
Top 5 friends.
It was your top 5 friends, isn't it? Like Tom was there. He actually sold MySpace for a huge amount of money. So he's definitely not regretting that. But so then we moved on, and we had Facebook, and then we had the likes of Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat. How do you feel about social media? Let's talk about some of the positive aspects of social media that it brings, I guess, within your personal business, just in life in general. What are your positive views on social media?
Social media, I would. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
about to say
No,
something.
go on.
Social media, I would say, for me, when I've done the whole clothing line thing,
You done the clothing line?
yeah,
Okay.
and I was surprised because I was using social media. So like when I was doing the photo shoots and all that stuff, snapping the models or whatever, I was showing each process,
Okay.
even making it. I was showing the process of going to the manufacturer and all that stuff. And when it came out, I was just thinking, it's just gonna be like every other person's clothing line. You're gonna have to take probably 10 months or a year to sell
Yeah.
everything off.
Yeah.
Everything sold out in 6 days,
Really?
and it was too much workload. I just had to just freeze and go. I'm gonna do this in a couple of months' time. I can't.
What platform did you go on?
I was using Instagram to sell it,
Okay.
but I was also using Snapchat to promote it.
Okay.
So I wasn't ready to be an actual business,
Okay.
so I had to do stuff like actually deliver stuff to people.
Right.
So it was so annoying because I remember going to Shepherd Bush to deliver a parcel to a friend of mine's sister or friend or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I got there and this girl was trying to bargain with me. Oh, £60, but you just started, ain't that too much? I think I'm here already. Just give me that £60. That's plus a delivery fee, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I think social media definitely helped me. Without social media, I wouldn't have sold probably even
No.
2 pairs. Yeah,
No.
yeah. So
No, just to piggyback off what Nathan said is like you said about the manufacturing process.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I think that's one thing social media's done for like
Mm.
business
yeah,
in terms of like all businesses would have had their websites. and would have just advertised whatever on their website. But the actual process behind that, leading up to that you can showcase through social media, builds that more like personal relationship with like clients, customers and stuff. So yeah, I think that's it's allowed like a little just a little insight into the actual process, into how these things are done in business.
I used to have years ago in my 20s, I had a picture framing business. So it's a very visual thing,
Okay.
but I had no social media back then because this was a long time ago. It's really hard to sell because you would have to advertise everywhere to get that. And now that I can like make something now, photograph it, boom, and it's up and it's sold, is just, for me, it's just mind blowing. That is so easy.
Yeah. And the reach as well,
this is costing me nothing. And for me, I thought I would sell more on Instagram. I sell more on Facebook. I sell nothing on Instagram.
Do you have more of a in terms of like followers, or what do you have on friends on Facebook?
You can have friends, you can have
followers.
followers. Yeah, because you could just.
Which is the biggest platform in terms of people?
What are you saying, out of Instagram? Or
Out of
Facebook?
Instagram and Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
Which surprised me, but the personal side of it, I'm coming away from, because all you see is I'm still seeing photos of people's lunch. I'm so not interested.
Are you not a fan? All right, okay,
No,
all right. Some confessions, right? We're gonna confess now. Like, who is a picture taker of their food?
Depends where we are.
Platform,
No, but it depends where one guy to eat.
It needs to be
special
amazing.
place to eat.
It needs to be it's got to be special. I don't want to see what you have for breakfast.
It's got to be special.
It's
Yeah,
got
I'm
to
not
be
gonna
special.
snap or put on.
I'm not gonna
Instagram
snap
my
Nando's.
breakfast.
Nando, I was just about to say Nando's.
You want Snap and Nando's?
People snap Nando's every day.
Would you snap and Nando's, Ron?
I have, but I wouldn't.
Yeah,
You want
it's
again?
Not, it's not consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
weird.
depend on the meal. Yes.
I snap every meal.
You slap it. Okay.
Near enough, like if my missus cooked a meal, snap.
That's
Go
different.
out and snap.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
what?
different.
I
That's
think if
different.
the
No,
missus
it's
cooks
different.
your meal.
No, she meant he's talking about every day.
Oh, you just.
I mean, I don't
just-
snap every day of the food, but like it's not that I don't keep it for a special occasion. Like if I feel like it's worth a snap, I'll snap.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So you were talking about getting tired of seeing people's food snap.
I've never done it.
Right.
I think we'll be looking back in the future saying, you remember when people use, it's like, you know, like the first time people using the phone, it's like, do you remember when everybody used to photograph their meal?
It's like, do you remember when people used to use the word nang? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, that word nang. Do you remember nang?
What's that? What's that mean?
Like,
Do you remember nang?
food.
Yeah.
Do you remember nang?
What side of London are you from?
No.
Yeah, that's why, man. It's a north and east side, you know.
WhatsApp. Who's a
Oh, I
WhatsApp?
love WhatsApp.
Like, I'm
I don't
on
actually
my-
add to the stories.
But that's just
I love
messaging.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
That's
just
a very good point.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually
Let's-
surprised there's a...
Yeah, let's talk about the stories.
Use the stories.
Stories,
Right?
yeah.
Oh wow! I
What's
never-
that?
On WhatsApp.
I only
Yeah,
found
once
out about
I
stories
swipe
the
over
other day.
accidentally and I feel like a list.
Yeah, the other day I was like, what's that?
I
Yeah.
don't like stories either. It's like you're having to do it twice. It's like
So what I do like.
you think people are that interested in you.
Have you not seen
Yeah.
the memes about stories?
No.
No,
Like literally, like on every site now, every platform's got
the stories.
Stories.
stories
Yeah.
now, innit? So like they
Yeah.
had like calculators with like stories at the top. They had like McDonald's touchscreen with like stories at the top, like highlights and all of that. It was ridiculous. Like actually ridiculous. But it's just everywhere. Like
Yeah.
stories are everywhere.
It's true. I'm not a fan of. You're right. I agree. I'm not a fan of the whole WhatsApp. I don't go onto WhatsApp to look at someone's
I know you
story.
don't go on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are addicted to the whole story thing because I would look on somebody's Snapchat,
Yeah.
see a story, and go on their WhatsApp and they got the same story. So you're literally copy and pasting your story everywhere.
Everywhere.
On different platforms.
Sometimes you can link it or
Okay.
once you post
Oh,
it
you're
all in.
professional, you know.
No, I don't do
yeah,
it.
yeah. You
I
just
don't
got
do
a
it.
friend. You just got a friend.
Yeah, I got a
That's
friend.
it. Yeah, you
I
got a
got a
friend. Yeah. Who's addicted to WhatsApp? Because I feel like WhatsApp came and took over text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, who? I mean,
I will go to WhatsApp before text.
before text.
But then would you
And-
call that an addiction though?
No,
Or is it, it's just
no,
a it's just a check,
no,
innit? It's
yeah.
something
Okay.
else.
And it's free. And
All right.
if you're sending photos, that's free.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to notifications, right, on your WhatsApp, because we're talking about addictiveness, right? And you say you don't really think it's an addictive kind of WhatsApp isn't really addictive. Okay, so have you ever gone onto WhatsApp knowing you haven't got a message and knowing that you are not going to be messaging anyone? Like you haven't got the intention to message anyone.
No.
Yeah,
Never
I'm not
done
gonna lie.
that.
Yeah.
Have you ever just opened up WhatsApp?
Yeah.
But she would probably
Then
go
close
on
it,
and
then
look at like your
See if
someone's
someone's
picture
online
or
or
So look
something.
at what?
Yeah, or
see
see if
if
I'm online or
someone's
something. Yeah, yeah.
What?
No,
Talk- talk us-
I'm only sending a message or sending a picture.
Okay,
So why am I going to open it up if I'm not doing that?
okay.
Mm.
Or
So, but you would,
if
What
I,
are you
for
looking
example,
for?
if I send him a message
right?
and maybe like an hour's gone past, I'm thinking, okay, let me see when you are seen. What you been doing in that hour?
Wait.
You can't
Do you leave the
reply.
last
still
scene
see
on?
that?
Do you see that on?
Mine's
Do you leave that
on.
on?
I ain't got nothing to have, man.
So you leave the last scene on?
Yeah.
Rookie
mistakes,
for
but-
years.
I'm like, remember, you was online at such and such time. I messaged
Yeah.
you this time. Why have you not
no.
replied?
Okay, so we're talking about going onto WhatsApp for those reasons. So to check to see if someone's online, someone's read your message, so forth, right? Other social media platforms, like let's go back to maybe Instagram, for instance, right? Do you ever go onto Instagram, fully see the feed right down till maybe the last 15 hours,
Oh, it's
right?
where you're all caught up.
You're all caught up, right? There's nothing else there. You lock your phone. Do you ever unlock it, go back onto Instagram within a minute's time and try and refresh?
Not a minute's time, but if I go back on there in a recent time and I still see the same post, then I'll stay off it for like a good couple more hours.
You'll still flick through?
No.
Oh,
no,
right,
no, no.
okay.
I'm not flicking over what I've seen already.
Are we talking
Okay.
like homepage or are we talking explore page? Does explore page run out as well? Of like,
No, I think it
Nah,
refreshes.
refreshes.
It refreshes.
See, that's
No,
what
I
I'm
still
saying.
see
Like
stuff
explore
on my
page,
explore
like you
page.
can. There's no
Okay,
limit to it sometimes.
So for you guys, you're saying that social media for you isn't addictive?
No, I do believe it is.
I
I
think
do
it
believe
is.
it is. I just think it depends on what we're talking, like what ones we're talking about.
Okay.
What we're referring to, like.
Okay, so we spoke about the positive attributes to social media. What are some of the negatives? Would you class an addiction as negative?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
If someone's
Yeah.
yeah,
on their phone
yeah.
like that all day,
I feel like
Yes.
social media changes a lot of people actually.
yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah,
does.
100%.
It does?
Yeah.
yeah.
So social media changed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be in a good way or in a bad way, but my good way
Okay.
is
Before you get to your good way,
yeah.
I wanna cut that. Yeah. We need to talk louder.
okay.
Yeah?
Check 1, 2. I'm joking.
Okay, so yeah,
yeah.
your good way.
My good way is growing up. I feel like in school, you know, there's always that popular guy and that guy that nobody knows. I was always in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You know, it's just
Yeah.
always cool
Yeah.
just in the middle.
Yeah.
But I feel like when social media came, we always had social media, but came around and I was more on social media. I feel like I was more confident because like people now know who you are, kind of thing. So it's
Okay.
like all of a sudden I'm more confident to talk.
Okay.
And then yeah, it's like for me, I feel like it made me more confident, basically.
So that's another positive. You
Yeah,
think
that's a positive,
social
yeah.
media allowed you to be more
More confident.
More
Like,
confident.
Yeah, like it's not.
What's the reason for that? Were you getting good sort of reaction online?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. I feel like I started talking to more people, or more people just see you on the road and be like, yo, we saying I'm trying to talk to you. And you're thinking, okay, no.
Celebrity status,
No,
yeah.
it's not actually that bad, you know? No, you know what? It's I feel like I actually judge a lot of people when I haven't spoken to them.
Yeah.
But once they've seen you on social media or they have you on social media, they feel like they know you.
They know you. Okay.
So it's like they come up to you and they're like talking to you and thinking, what's this guy's name again, please? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a good thing. It's like, you know, you make a lot of connections as well. And yeah, it's just a positive energy.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because people don't always do that positive quote thing, so it's like,
Sure.
it was like, yo, Mr. Positive Energy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we're touching on anxiety and how social media plays a role when it comes to, I guess, anxiety. And there's been many sort of studies and research done based on suicide rates, based on depression, where people feel like they're not good enough based on things that they've seen on social media, because obviously social media is a different world, you know. Sometimes it's a little bit, or sometimes more, you know, or it's just a less realistic, I should say, than the real world, and that has impact on people. So, any experiences, any thoughts based around social media and sort of anxiety when it comes to, I guess, any age, any sort of
I mean,
anything really?
I don't have experiences, but what I can't get my head around in this day and age is like this whole cyberbullying thing that goes on.
Okay.
Like back in my day growing up, like all of us, that wasn't a thing. You know, cyberbullying wasn't a thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You know, if someone got bullied on the internet, it was as simple as turn off your, your damn
Yeah.
you know, turn off your phone. Like,
Yeah.
and I can't get my head around it today and how it's such. I know it's out there in this day and age, but I can't get my head around it. Personally speaking, how is that such a big issue?
I think it goes back to what we were saying earlier about addiction, though.
Addiction, yeah.
The phone and internet is just an addiction, so people can't just simply,
Come
like
off.
we said, turn it off.
Yeah.
It's like they have to look, and then because they keep on having to look, they just
see
more of that, and they just experience more.
that makes
I just
sense.
think it's just because of addiction more so. But yeah, you're right. Like before, you could have just turned off your screen. Like, why am I entertaining it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think now, because it's such, like we said, an addiction, you have to look at your phone
Yeah.
every 2 seconds.
And I don't think we're not even just looking at sort of young people here. We're looking at the spectrum goes way beyond that. You know, you have adults who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and you know, when you're looking at others within the same sort of maybe age bracket as you, and you kind of see where they are in their life based on
comparing it.
yeah. I think it's the comparison,
But-
isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think there can be two sides to that, because I tend to put nice things up, which is not me bragging about my life. It's just
Yeah.
I've got things to moan about, like everybody has.
Yeah.
But I think, who wants to hear me? I've actually deleted people because you've got those people who always moan.
Negative ones.
Always moan. And I went to the doctors today, and like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
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 We'll have that. I'll have that conversation with you on the phone if
Yeah,
you
of
want.
course,
But
yeah.
they put all that out.
Yeah.
So I do put nice things out. But it's not kind of to go, oh look, my life is so
Right.
lovely and all that.
Yeah.
But
But do some people like
You know what? Funny
I
enough,
don't-
what you just said, it's actually true, because I remember the other day on, I think it was Snapchat, a girl put up a post and just sounded so stressed out. Just, I could tell it was something to do with my boyfriend or my partner or whatever. And she just popped up and said, I think I put up another positive post, and she said, how do you she said something about, how do you stay happy, and when somebody is stressing you, how do you come out of the situation? I said, does he pay your bills? No. What does he do for you in your life? Or is my boyfriend? I said, okay, he doesn't do much in your life, so to be honest, why does it matter if he's still there? Why do you feel like that person can hurt you? She's like, oh, but it's just, sending subliminals on Snapchat and all that stuff. And I just said to her, I said, he's doing it on Snapchat, and you're replying and you're putting up everything on Snapchat. So everybody knows now your personal situation. Don't put it on Snapchat.
yeah.
Like, to be honest, think about it. You know when you put a lot of happy days with your boyfriend on Snapchat, I'm telling you, not everyone's happy for you. You know what I mean? So the day everything goes down, that's the day they all pop up.
But
Like,
don't-
hi.
don't you think
know what I mean?
that just shows you? In my life, I've deliberately got rid of people.
Now you feel like I'm just slightly negative. Same
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Not saying that everyone's got to be like happy, joy all the
Yeah,
time,
just,
but
have a balance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, things that I've read, and as I said, this goes from teenagers right up, and as individuals, obviously we all have a different sort of tolerance level. We all have a different mindset, and some of us are stronger when it comes to influences and so forth. And there has been several occasions in which you would hear someone either committing suicide or someone hurting themselves, whatever it is, or fall in some form of depression because of social media, and sometimes the fakeness of which it brings, and the standard that I guess you would never reach to. And it's sometimes it sounds silly to think, well, actually we know social media, we know what it is, we know sometimes it isn't, people just show their best bits. You might have like a messy room, and just in one corner, it looks like you take a picture in that one corner, and it's as if the rest of your house is like that kind of thing. But yes, I mean, what we're saying about, I guess what's being presented on social media, in terms of its authenticity or
For me, I would say, well, as a female, you look at other females, like, they're constantly pretty. Obviously, no girl has makeup on 24/7, but when you're of a younger generation, you look at people like influencers on Instagram, be like, oh, I want to be like her, I want to constantly be pretty.
Stay tuned for part 2.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.